the astronomer is having quite the scandal today. Have you guys seen this video yet? So these two are at a Coldplay concert, and that is Coldplay calling them out, saying they're either having an affair or they're really shy. Of course, he just ducks down, leaves her hanging, crawls away on his hands and knees. She tries to slink away into the background too, and unfortunately it sounds like they are from the same company. Of course, he's married with two kids, and guess what? This is not his wife. So if we look at the astronomer website, you'll see Andy Bryan here, who is the CEO, and you scroll down a little bit and oh no, there she is, Kristen Cabot, the CPO. And then there's also this girl who is with them, who she's like elbowing and nudging, and she is like bright red and does not want to be involved in this. So people are saying that she works for the company as well. I didn't see her on the website, but I think that's possible, and I think that that is quite a weird work environment. I mean, how horrific that not only are they doing that, but they're doing it in front of people that they work with. They're all on the board together, and everybody at the company, knows this, and everybody now in the world knows this because you decided to do this in public at a Coldplay concert, and then shamefully drop to the ground like the little man you are. Wow, what a morning.
My goodness, this is the craziest story. Did you guys see this video yet on your For You page here? This post was uploaded here on TikTok 7 hours ago. It's 5:30 a.m. here in Los Angeles, and it's already racked up almost 8 million views, and the numbers just keep skyrocketing by the minute. Because of this, you'll have to first watch the video. This was taken at a Coldplay concert, and then let's peep the comments. Oh my god. Well, obviously these two were at a Coldplay concert in Boston. Were caught on the Jumbotron, which is like a normal thing, I guess, if you're at a concert. But the worst part is, obviously, they didn't want to be caught because they were obviously not supposed to be seen together. And sure enough, they were filmed, posted on Instagram, or I'm sorry, on TikTok. Posted on TikTok, and TikTok did its job. And peep the comments. Look what showed up in the comments. Number one comment with thousands and thousands of likes. Good old Mova says, oh my god, that looks like astronomer CEO Andy Byron and astronomer chief people officer CPO Kristen Cabot, and that's gonna be one awkward board meeting, if not a couple divorces too. Maybe they're both married. And then this is even crazier. Kenosha Slayer says, and senior director of people Alyssa Stoddard. That's super embarrassing. Smiling woman next to her too. Sorry, that's super embarrassed smiling woman next to her too. You saw that the woman, Kristen, turns around and kind of knocks into the woman smiling next to her. Yeah, she works there, and she knows about it. And then the other person says, yeah, it looks like the whole team knows. That makes it even worse for their partners. And Reddit is even getting involved. They're saying, will it be worth to invest in astronomer after the CEO and CPO scandal? Should we invest or do not invest? Now, of course, I had to look up astronomer because I work in Hollywood world. I don't understand this, but there he is, leadership, CEO Andy Byron. There he is. And, of course, Kristen Cabot, chief people officer. Of course, it links to their LinkedIn, and there's only about 10 people on their team in executive leadership roles on their main website. And you can go on their website. I mean, it's there. You can check it out. And I mean, this is great advertising for astronomer if you want to check it out. And maybe if you're looking for a little side piece, you can find one at astronomer. I did find out that Kate just joined the team back in November of 2024, so she's a relatively new hire. And of course, he did an interview saying how she's a perfect fit for astronomer, and clearly she was. now, and Coldplay just called you out on your affair. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
If you think his marriage is the only thing that Andy Byron ran into the ground, then I've got a funny story about karma for you. Before being Astronomer CEO, Andy Byron was also Chief Revenue Officer of a different software company where he hired a lot of hardworking, great people with high hopes for their careers by promising them the opportunity of a lifetime that would completely change their future, solve any financial worries their family or children might ever have. I also had the questionable privilege of being interviewed and hired by him. As you can imagine, he's very persuasive, considering he managed to convince his own chief people officer to go to a public concert while they were having an affair. He also convinced me and a lot of my former colleagues to join him in that company. He convinced investors to invest almost $2 billion. Myself and countless other employees invested their savings into employee stock options. And in a tale as old as capitalism itself, when the company went bust and was sold off for pennies on the dollar, him and other top-level executives left with golden parachutes worth millions of dollars, while low-level employees like myself and many of my colleagues lost tens and sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars of their own savings. Two lessons out of this: if somebody promises a no-brainer opportunity of a lifetime, be very skeptical. And if you badly treat and take advantage of people, karma will at some point get you. And sometimes that karma is called Chris Martin of Coldplay. Viva la vida.
You guys see what happened to that couple that got caught cheating at the Coldplay concert? Where they were not only caught cheating on the big screen, we have already found out the story behind these two, and it is insane. So during the concert, between songs, Coldplay will put the camera on different people attending the concert. Whereas right before it panned to that couple, Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay, was having an interaction with this guy. And when the cameras panned to this couple, it just got so much more worse. Because initially they just looked like a normal couple, but as soon as they noticed that they got caught in 4K on the big screen, both of them panic, cover their faces, and this guy literally ducks and runs away, and she is laughing about it. This girl who looks like her friend is embarrassed, but this is where it gets even more insaner. This was at the show in the state of New England, which made it easy to identify these people, and these two work together. People found out that the guy is married, and people are claiming that she is allegedly married too, and they are both executives at this company called Astronomer, and allegedly this girl works there too. And even more worse for her, she's the head of HR, and allegedly they both have families with children. People are trying to defend them by saying they were just shy. But this is all alleged. Do you think that they caught cheating, or are they just shy?
So in this video, literally, guys, if you're planning to have an affair, go somewhere quiet, privately, and do your affair, especially if both of you are married. Now look at this situation. You went to Coldplay concert, your boss, having an affair. It's like the company knew and they kept it a secret. You both have people, you're married, you have families, you have kids. They are all, you're part family. And then you decided to go to a Coldplay concert. You said, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. Of course, you gave the situation where, what do they usually say? We are going to, bonding, team bonding, company, we are bonding, at the Coldplay concert, and yet under the cover you guys are having an affair. Voila. So literally they say karma is a bitch. So they usually say your 30 days are over, and voila, the whole world saw your whole affair. Now imagine, picture this, that wife. Yes, that wife. She's at home with the kids, sleeping, minding her business, and then all of a sudden you're hearing your social media, your phone, the notification. It's like coming in fast. You wonder what's going on. You check your phone, and voila, what are you seeing? Your husband. And I don't know, maybe she knew about because of course they are colleagues, so definitely she knew who this colleague is. And you're seeing them, Coldplay concert literally revealed an affair between the CEO and the CPO of Astronomer company. Can you imagine the shock? Can you imagine the pain? Can you imagine the despair? Can you imagine what she felt? Out of the blue. And it's not just about, what is the word? It's not about, they have done it and somehow you found out. No, it's the whole world finding it at the same time as you. So the community knows, your friends knows, your family members knows, and the whole world knows. Can you imagine that? Now that the pain, the betrayal, can you imagine the trust? And then this CEO goes on online and say, oh, it was a night where we were supposed to enjoy ourselves, but unfortunately the event turned out not the way we expected. So please give us time, a private time, so that we can deal with this issue. My friend, if you have an affair, you usually do it quietly, somewhere privately, where there are no cameras, where there are no people. You, on the other hand, you went to a concert where there are over thousands and thousands of people. And then worst part is, it's called Coldplay concert. And they blast you in front of the whole world. Of course, you know they're going to have those kiss camera all over the place. And yeah, you're holding your darling girlfriend. Who's to be blamed? 5 minutes of pleasure and you end up destroying your whole life. Now, the update the other day, they say the company has literally suspended both of them. And the wife has literally changed her surname to her maiden name. Can you imagine that? Now, what is going on? I'm sure she's thinking about divorce. I'm sure she's thinking of what's next. Is it divorce? Is it canceling? What is next for her and the husband? Do they have a future together? That's basically what she's thinking. And of course, this woman who is married also, I'm sure the husband on her part is also thinking the same thing. Can you imagine the betrayal? The trust is broken. Can you imagine? Maybe they both had suspicion about there's something going on between these two, but they didn't have like concrete evidence. But now, here it is, the concert. And it looked like the whole team knew that these two are having an affair. 5 minutes of pleasure, and you end up destroying your whole life, your reputation, your family, your kids. Everybody's destroyed. Yeah? Imagine that. Imagine that. If you look at the, I was looking at social media, look at the wife. No, she's young, beautiful, has 3 kids, and there are 2 boys on the CEO side. And then this other lady, of course, I haven't seen her family, but I know she has family, and most probably she has kids. Can you imagine how many lives are being destroyed out of 2 people's greediness, selfishness? Can you imagine? It's painful when people do such, when you have an extramarital affairs, it's painful. Usually the repercussions are so huge. You're not only affecting you, it's affecting other people who are innocent. The kids, your other partner, they are innocent in this issue. And then out of your own selfishness. Now look, he's been suspended. Both of them have been suspended. I'm sure their family members right now, they are looking at them like wondering, what the hell, what were you thinking? I'm sure they're wondering what is going on. So what's next? Most probably divorce. Most probably trust is broken. Can it be gotten back? I don't know. Only time will tell. Most probably, the family is torn apart emotionally, physically. Of course, financially, they're well off. But at the end of the day, still, it's going to have an impact at the end of the day, especially if they decide to go the divorce way. So, is it worthwhile? Having this extramarital affair, is it worthwhile? In the long, is it worthwhile? Anyway, let me know what you think about this video. Drop your comments and please subscribe to my channel.